Welcome to Behind the Case podcast, a podcast that focuses on navigating the challenges our clients face with divorce and family law in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Behind the Case is brought to you by the Turner Monahan legal team. With over 70 years of collective experience in divorce and family law. Together, Tyler Monahan, Keaton Monahan, Tina Campbell, and the Turner Monahan team will discuss real-life cases, answer questions, and explore family law areas from divorce to child custody. Our goal is to clarify scenarios and demystify legal jargon, making the process less daunting and reminding you that you're not alone. So sit back and let's discuss what happens behind the case.
What are the preliminary steps someone should be considering before they go for divorce?
I think when somebody is pondering the idea of pursuing a divorce, I think the first thing that you really want to do is you want to contact an attorney.
Absolutely.
Like the attorneys here at Turner Monahan to talk through things and for us to provide you with kind of an insight on how things may go. While we can't provide you specific advice until you retain us, you're able to glean an understanding on maybe how the process works, how it may affect you, how it may affect your family, what things may look like during the course of the divorce on a temporary basis and then a final basis, and kind of what the process is of filing and then getting served and understanding the next steps of going to a temporary hearing and then going to a mediation and eventually possibly a final trial if you have to. But I think you can get a lot of insight by contacting an attorney like Heather or myself or Tina or any of the other attorneys here at Turner Monahan to assist you with understanding the divorce process.
Absolutely. And how to prepare for the divorce prior to filing. So you may need to make sure that you have somewhere else to go or that your spouse has somewhere else to live during the pendency of the divorce. So just getting prepared for the divorce process too, but reaching out to an attorney is going to help guide you through that process.
Are there different legal grounds for divorce that are recognized in Texas? What are they and how can they impact your case?
Yes, there are different legal grounds for filing for divorce. The standard and the default is, of course, irreconcilable differences. And that is the standard. Insupportability is a technical term, but you could be filing for divorce for adultery. There's cruel treatment. A lot of times if there's been an abusive spouse, then we're going to file based on cruel treatment. Waste. There's a lot of different legal grounds for the divorce, and it all just depends on your facts and your reasons for needing the divorce.
What is the timeline for divorce? How long might it take to finish? And what factors could affect that timeline?
A lot of people will ask what the timeline is on a divorce, and that's a loaded question. Nobody has a crystal ball to determine how long your divorce is going to last. It really depends upon the circumstances and the parties. The more that you argue, the longer it's going to last. The more amicable you are, probably the less time it's going to last. But then there's also other factors like, are there children involved? Are there high net wealth individuals? Are there a lot of assets? Is there going to be a lot of discovery, a lot of fact-finding missions that are going to be put into your case? Are there going to be experts involved? It's very hard to determine how long a divorce is going to last. It's never as short as you think, but it's never as long as you hope that it's not. It is something, though, that I know gets people thinking about, well, can I get divorced in like 10 days or how long does it take? And those are questions that we can answer here at Turner Monahan. We're committed and focused on getting results to the best of our ability for you,
right,
and to make sure that you understand what direction things are going to go.
Absolutely.
When we're talking about handling assets, how should assets and debts be divided, especially when dealing with complex situations?
You have to think about it. Whether you've been married for 3 years or 30 years, you can't expect to unwind something in 30 days or 60 days that you've created over 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. And also, your divorce document, meaning your divorce decree, it's the most important document that you will ever have signed by a judge or that you will sign in your life. It is going to dictate what happens to your children if you have them, what happens to your pets if you have them, your assets, your car, your house, everything that you have ever acquired or that you love is all going to be inside of this.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you understand what direction you're going and how things are going to go, rather than to look at the end picture right away.
Exactly. I agree.
Under what conditions might spousal support be awarded in Texas? Do you have any cases you can give an example of?
Let's take a quick pause here. If you or someone you know is navigating divorce or family law matters in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, reach out to Turner Monahan for a free legal consultation. Call us at 817-332-4477 or visit us at tumolaw.com. That's TUMOLAW.com for a free legal consultation. Now, let's get back to behind the case.
Without talking about specific cases, I mean, the reasons for temporary spousal support is going to determine the party's needs during the pendency of the divorce. A lot of times it's going to be a stay-at-home mom who has been supporting the family for years. So he's been paying the mortgage, all the bills, all the needs for the kids. And so mom's going to need some support while she maintains the current situation while the divorce is pending, and keeps the community assets intact and the children's regular extracurricular activities, getting them to school, all those things, the kids' stuff intact. And then post-divorce is a whole different situation on spousal support. It's different factors. It's going to require her meeting her minimum needs and necessary needs. It's not necessarily keeping her lifestyle the way it was during the marriage. It's going to be, what does she need for the shortest period of time in order to move on after the divorce.
Yeah, and other examples of it, she gave the example of a mother who may need support. There are other examples where maybe there are no children, and whether it's the male or the female, the husband or the wife that needs support, there's two different types of support after marriage. You have what's called court-ordered maintenance, or you have contractual alimony. Two totally separate procedures and two totally separate concepts. The contractual alimony or contractual support, that's where the two parties agreed, just like a contract that you have when you got married. They've agreed that one's going to pay the other spouse a certain amount of income. Could be a division of property, meaning offsetting it. It could just be, I'm going to pay this extra amount because of maybe one spouse over the other has more education or a higher ability to earn, or maybe that person got their law degree or their medical degree and the other person didn't, but the other person supported them during marriage. And then on the other side, you have court-ordered maintenance, where that's very specific. It has tranches of, if you're married 10 years or more, to 15, and 15 to 20, 20 to 25, so on and so forth. And you can only have it court-ordered up to a certain amount, which right now under the family code is $5,000 a month to be paid. So those type of questions come up all the time. And as we go through the process of the divorce, we would have to see the totality of the circumstances of your specific case. Because as I say all the time, every case is a thumbprint. Everyone thinks their case is different, and it is. Crazy enough, everybody thinks their stuff is different, and it really is. But there are a lot of similarities in the fact that the code, the family code, only allows you to do so many things with cases. And that's why a lot of times we get to go to mediation, and that comes into play with court-ordered maintenance and spousal maintenance and temporary support.
If I'm thinking about getting a divorce, when should I contact an attorney?
If you're thinking about getting divorced, or you have questions about divorce, or your spouse says something to divorce, I don't think there's too early of a time for you to contact an attorney. You're going to have questions when that comes up. As I've said before, it's your entire life, everything that you've acquired, everything that you have, everything that you love. So if you think you may be going for a divorce, or if you think your spouse has even pondered the idea of divorce or stated something to you about divorce, you should contact a firm like Turner Monahan and set up a consultation with one of the attorneys so we can assist you in understanding what it may look like if a divorce was started. We can't give you specific advice on what to do, but we can let you know kind of how things work and what direction to expect things to go.
Right, I agree.
What do you typically discuss at the first consultation for divorce?
Well, I mean, we're going to want to know why you need the consultation for the divorce. Like, what's going on? We want to know the facts of what led you here. And we need to know how long you've been married, if you have children. and what assets you have, what will need to be divided in the divorce, but also what your goals are. Like, what's your long-term goal after the divorce is finalized? Sometimes it's best to start there so we can help see what path we can do to help get you there in the most economical, but also the least emotional way. Divorce is emotional, it's by nature, but help get you through the process in the easiest way possible.
How do they contact you?
The easiest way to contact us is by our phone, which is 817-332-4477, or you can go to our website at tumolaw.com, which on our website, we have numerous pages that have a contact us where you can put in your information, your email, and send us an inquiry. And you send it in, and probably within 30 minutes to an hour, somebody's going to contact you. And if you call our office, somebody's always going to answer the phone.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Behind the Case. If this episode offered insight or helped clarify some aspect of divorce and family law, we encourage you to subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. For those in the DFW area that are in need of a legal consultation, you can reach us at tumolaw.com. That's TUMOLAW.com, or 817-332-4477 to schedule a free legal consultation. Remember, the journey through legal matters can be complex, but you don't have to navigate it alone. Until our next discussion, take care. Please note that the information provided in this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not intended as legal advice. Listening to this podcast or contacting our team does not constitute an attorney-client relationship. For advice on your specific situation, please consult with a licensed attorney in your area.